History's most magnificent cuck.
Well, I mean, all I'm going to say is he is quite magnificent, to say the least. But I really didn't expect to be doing a thread from history, to be honest with you, as our second ever. Also, big thanks to everyone who subscribed, everyone who's been watching.
Yes, thank you so much.
We're actually not that far away from getting monetized. If we get monetized, I'll be shocked if we get monetized on this channel. But hey, look, you guys get how it is. You can't always do the same things on the same channel, because you're going to get into bother. But anyway, look, let's jump into this one. How can a cuck be magnificent? Well, he didn't have a choice, you see. But the way he went about it was almost beautiful.
Okay.
You guys will have to see. You guys will find out. Look, this is why Napoleon happened, okay, guys? Unironically.
Okay. Be the Marquis de Mont...
It's French, guys. Okay. Megan's going to struggle. If you're not familiar with us, and you're like, oh my god, can you please just pronounce the words?
I can barely speak English. I'm from Northern Ireland, guys. One of the most powerful nobles in France. Not famous enough to leave my name in history. My wife is, though. As the king's most famous concubine, I can get as angry as I want. I can't do nothing about it. We're talking about Louis, Sun King XIV. Louis doesn't care about hereditary law or worthiness. I'm king because God said so, the 14th.
I mean, that was pretty much every... You know, my favourite, I know a lot of people don't like him, but unironically, I kind of can't help but love Edward. You know, that he's just got the North FC in him.
Yeah.
He's pure North FC.
I know, I get it. I know what you mean.
I don't think royalty has ever seen someone so...
brazen.
Yeah. I don't think we ever will see another one just quite... You know what? I'm going to make my own church. How does that sound?
Getting mad is just a ticket to Purge Town. So let's get petty. Put horns on all my hats. Wearing horns in France is a synonym to being a cuck. Raise all the doors in my palace to accommodate for my horns. Install gigantic antlers on my carriage. King is so annoyed with me, he gives me a bunch of land just to get my horns out of his sight. Spend the rest of my life in my new castle with my own concubines, not forgetting to put my horns back on whenever I have to go back to Versailles.
I really don't know where the horns come from. So I'm after Googling it.
So, and we've just had an epiphany. So I said, horns in English, if you wear horns, it's a sign of cuckoldry. Cat, sorry. And then I said, is that why, like on Reddit, like the cuckold, like subreddit, there's like, they're wearing horns? And James said, remember the old, when everybody used to like photobomb people and they put the fingers behind the head? Is that calling somebody a cuck?
Is that what it comes from, though?
I don't know, but I'm going to take that.
I always thought it was
and
like bunny ears.
But I'm going to take it as that from now on.
It could. That's probably where it came from, unironically. I think there's a chance. Like I typed it on Google. Horns.
When
and cocks.
did that come about? That's old. That's old because like my nanny does it and she's 91.
I don't think she knows what it means.
No.
I don't think she's using it in that
No,
context.
I don't think so. But like she does it.
Yeah. So look. Let's get into it. Let's see what else does this fella get up to.
After his encounter with La Grande Mademoiselle, during which La Grande Mademoiselle saw what fury raged within the Marquis, she hurried to warn Madame de Montespan, who she considered to be a friend. She told her what her hubby had in mind. While she did so, on the terrace of Saint-Germain, Monsieur de Montespan
Megan's really struggling.
Sneaked into the palace and the room of his wife. He did not find her there, for the only one present was the Duchesse de Montesquieu. I'm butchering this. All the French guys.
You
bigot.
You a bigot. I remember this was years ago. We went on to like a French server. I think it was in like Guild Wars' first one, and one of the guys goes roast beef.
Roast beef.
I can't remember what he said, but it was some like the most French insult I've ever heard.
Right.
Like really broken English typed.
So, for the only one present was the Duchess de Montesquieu. So he let his anger out in her. Athenias found her shaking in fear. The next time he appeared, he found both of them together. Mademoiselle reports he threatened both women and insulted them in the most vile manner, leaving them in fear for their very lives. And it got even worse. Louis Henri Henri,
Henri.
began to stalk his wife, threatened her at every chance he got. One night he broke into the bedroom of his wife, perhaps thinking he would find her in company of the king, but she was alone, and sure he would end her life. Another time he lurked on the corridors to wait for her, just to insult her and leave again.
You whore! You whore! Take my leave! I really want to imagine this.
With a cape?
Yeah, he has to have a big huge
I mean, like, why
my work here is done!
He then took to beating her. When he was not stalking or lurking, he proudly proclaimed in the saloons he frequented how he was visiting the filthiest brothels Paris had to offer, in the hope to get an illness, which he could then forward to the king via his wife. You petty man!
You know, finally, that's probably.
Yeah.
Let's be serious. You know the thing is, it's the king, what are you going to do about it?
I know.
Like, literally, what can you do about it?
Yeah.
Like, this is a time period where...
King wants your wife?
King's king.
Okay. Madame de Montespan was terrified by his behaviour. Who wouldn't? Although she was the mistress of the king could not do too much for her. She was married and not to him. Her husband was the one to decide over all matters regarding her, like the children. Therefore, it was of utmost importance that Monsieur de Montespan remained in the dark when it came to his wife's pregnancies. Otherwise, he could claim the children as his own, even if they were fathered by the king. And that would mean he could use them against Athena's and Louis. He could take them away from them, hide them somewhere, and the king could not do anything about it. There was no law forbidding a husband to insult, beat, or rape his wife. Thus, Louis could not do much more than giving his mistress bodyguards and wait until Louis Henri did something which would give Louis an opportunity to deal with him. Athena moved rooms and sought refuge within the Duchess de Montespan, but she was not safe there from Louis Henri either. Louis Henri broke the doors to the apartment open, both women being inside. He tried to separate them in order to force himself on Athena. As their servants rushed in to help the weeping and screaming woman, he had to withdraw, but not without firing another round of insults at them.
You whore! You whore!
What had happened to the woman spread in a swift, and all of the court were talking about it. Soon rumours started that Monsieur de Montespan made plans to kidnap his wife and hide her somewhere in Spain.
Ooh. I sent you to Spain!
Eventually, as Louis Henri and butcher
you know what,
this
just
completely.
Say Louis.
Oh well, whatever. Repeated his accusations regarding the Duc de Montespan and how he was only appointed because Athena was involved. Louis XIV had a chance to do something about his mistress's raging husband by the means of a ladder de catch. Louis Henri was banished to prison for challenging the authority of the king in regards of the appointment of the Dauphin's governor. After a week in prison, it dawned on Louis Henri that he might have gone too far, not just with the king, but also his wife. He was released with strict orders to stay away from court and remain on his country's estate. Surprisingly, there was only little protest from his side. Thus rumours spread that Louis XIV had given Monsieur de Montespan a large sum of money. Louis Henri left Paris for Gascony?
Gascony?
I'm
really tempted. Can we call it
Gascony?
Gallbladder!
Taking with him his son and heir. Their daughter already lived at the country's estate with his mother. Athena was not allowed to see her son again until he was 14 years old.
Slag.
I'm taking the house and the kid.
Fucking right, I would. Honestly, like, see the king isn't give me mad sums.
Aye?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what's this about?
Give me stacks.
Like, they're being so bold about it as well.
So
it's
bold.
like, come on. You have to wonder how often this sort of thing happened, and then, like, you know, if it's the king, what are you actually going to do about it?
You can't.
What are you actually going to do about it?
You literally can't. What Louis Henri did as he arrived in the province caused another scandal. He ordered the main gates to be opened wide, for, so he said, his horns would prevent him from entering through a smaller gate. And if this was not embarrassing enough, he then informed the gathered servants, in presence of his own children, that his wife had died.
I mean, to be honest...
did he... So why did he wear the horns? To tell everybody I'm getting cucked by the king?
Yeah, because he's probably not allowed to actually talk about it.
So is this more like a sign of the king's cucking me?
Yeah.
Here?
Yeah.
And the king's embarrassed that he's rocking about with these big horns?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my understanding of it anyway.
Thought it would be more embarrassing for him, but anyway.
I think it's also to do with, think of the time period though. Like, you know, you need to remember that.
There's no Reddit to like put it up, but like, look, I can't find it hot that the king like took my wife.
Yeah.
You know?
But again, it's one of those ones, is it not also bad on the king's part to be acting in such a way?
I suppose.
You know?
He even went as far as to arrange a fake funeral, during which his children and family were dressed in full mourning, and a dummy of his wife was buried.
I would call him petty fucker, but he's right. He's fucking spot on.
After it, he rolled off in his carriage, draped in black and featuring large antlers on the roof. His banishment to the province forced Louis Henri to accept the facts. The most beautiful woman of France, his wife, was no longer his. He kept the horns on his carriage, but began to lead a quieter life.
Wait, is this where like Beauty and the Beast comes from, do you reckon?
No, Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast was made for white women to accept men of other races.
No, it was not.
Look it up.
Right, hold on. What?
The meaning behind Beauty and the Beast.
Does he sought other stories to adapt the film? No.
It mightn't come up, but it's something like that.
Okay. But they made it in French though.
I know.
Does French count? Like, you know, the thing is, I'm actually quite fond of the French. I actually kind of like them, but it's something. Maybe it's the North FC in me. If you ever get a chance to mock the French,
do it.
You just gotta do it.
You have to do it.
You just have to. And I'm sorry, guys. I actually kind of like the French.
Back to the story.
Yeah, back to the story about this French girl getting cocked. See, this is why Napoleon happened, okay? You can't be getting on like this.
Right.
Right? That's how you end up getting beheaded. Do you want the guillotine? That's how you get the guillotine, alright?
Okay. But he began to lead a quieter. I can't speak. But he began to lead a quieter life.
But he began to see a quieter life.
No, because it's not racist.
It's not.
But it's offensive. It's honestly me trying to pronounce this is probably more offensive.
Megan, the way I speak is fucking offensive. That's my actual speaking voice. This is the way I talk.
But he began to lead a quieter life. Yet he was not allowed to return to court, for his previous outburst still lingered in the mind of the king and mistress. Both feared that Louis Henri might show up unannounced one day, and the whole ado could start anew. Thus, he was strictly forbidden to even pay a brief visit to the court when business made it necessary for him to travel to Paris for many years to come. In the meanwhile, Louis Henri became a sort of province patron. His wealth was not too great, as he had to settle in Gascony. Why wasn't that great? Why is the king not paying him? But after the death of but after the death of an uncle, the Duc de Bellegarde, Louis Henri laid claim to the inheritance. Louis XIV let him do so, but never officially recognised as anything. Monsieur de Montespan moved chateau and made improvements to the properties he claimed. He tried to act the gallant gentleman, but often his true colours could not be hidden. At one point he fell in love with a Mademoiselle Riquet, daughter of an engineer, and proclaimed loudly that he would marry the girl, adding how he would write the Pope to have his marriage to Athena's annulled. As talk of this reached court, Monsieur Louis swiftly put an end to it.
I mean, would you not just be happy to be like, right, you know what, this marriage didn't really work out, can we please just like you can take the fucking whore, okay?
Can the king not just like annul it?
Well, you know, the thing is,
because apparently they're like in king, like they're in the eyes of God, they're kings. So obviously,
Pope's above kings. So that's why. Unironically,
I know the church is above kings. I know.
Yeah.
Watch the coronation, you'll see that.
As you can see, the crown was placed on his head,
and it wasn't the king putting the crown on his own.
Oh, there you go. Suck my dick, Charlemagne.
It was not until the 1960s. No.
1690s.
1690.
Okay,
1690.
for you guys that don't understand, 1690s kind of like Northern Ireland's version of 1776.
76, yeah.
So like, if you do like the
Battle of the Boyne.
if you do like that 1776, like Alex Jones voice,
But 1690.
it's like our version, alright?
It was not until the 1690s that Monsieur de Montespan was allowed to show himself at court again, and when he did so, he always made sure to act as gallant as he could, especially when playing cards with his daughters. Why are daughters in quotations?
Yeah, what's that about?
Other times, he was not so gallant when playing cards. Back in the province, he sat down in company of quality for a game of Lansquet.
Lanquet.
And lost his king of hearts. One of the ladies present teased by saying that is not the king of hearts which has done you the most harm. Alas, some wounds never heal. Louis Henri dryly replied, if my wife is worth a louis, then you are valued as 30 sous. I'm sure that was a banging comeback in the day.
I think, you know what, maybe if it was actually fucking said correctly, it would be a bit better. Mind you, I can't say anything.
I was just about to make fun of you there,
Mr.
Mr. Speech Impediment in the corner. To make sure the lady in question would not dare to tease again, he rewarded her with a good kick a little later during a masked ball. This guy.
You know what? I think he should have just let go. Honestly, it's getting to the point where it's like, man, leave that stinky ass whore to the side.
Yeah.
And just forget about it, man.
Louis Henri spent the last years of his life either at his country estates or at court, taking much pleasure in seeing his son rise in favour and glory. A formidable young man with close connections to the Dauphin. It surely must have pleased Louis Henri to see the fall of his wife as well, who was by then no longer wished to appear at court for years already. This is written really weird, and it's also in French. Yet in his will, he has many tender words for her and even made her his executor. Louis Henri de Paradalia de Gournandon died on December 1st in 1701, aged 61. That's a long life in France in the 1600s.
That's not bad. I'd be happy with that. I don't know
He's seen the turn of the millennium. He's not doing too bad.
It wasn't the millennium, man.
No,
turn of the century. Like, we're recording very late at night, guys, okay?
He died aged 61 in the arms of his son. He was not mourned by many. Madame de Montespan did as she was expected to do. She donned mourning and had masses said for his soul.
Slag! Like, honestly...
A wee bit two-faced there, mademoiselle.
Yeah. Honestly, what the fuck do you do about the situation, though? Unironically, you know... Look, it's French royalty for you.
Like, the king took your wife. The king stole your wife. Mr. Steal your girl. Like, what are you gonna do?
But you know, finally, all like French nobles were fucking hiving back then anyway. So like, you know,
leaping.
Like, you know, that's why the whole powdered wig. Everyone knows this about the powdered wigs with the syphilis. Everyone knows this. You know what I mean?
What?
That's why they wore powdered wigs back then.
Why would it syphilis do?
Makes your hair fall out and whatnot.
Oh, does that?
Yeah, it makes your skin glow all blotchy, so that's why they're...
Is that why the makeup and the wigs?
Yeah. It's
really?
Yeah.
I thought that was just like the style.
Mixed in with it, so it is.
What was that style called again?
Georgianism?
No,
it's not George. It is George.
No, I don't know.
I don't know what the official name for it is, but like, you know, that's where it comes from. Syphilis. To hide it. That's because like they were all fucking leaping on it. You know that's actually one of the interesting ones. So syphilis actually comes...
Syphilis not like rot your brain.
Yeah, it does.
If it's left untreated.
Yeah, and there's no treatment. You need fucking penicillin for that shit.
Yeah.
So
but now you can.
Yeah, now you're fine. Like, you know, no, that's where syphilis is actually one of the weird ones where it actually came from the New World. You know the way we give them smallpox and whatnot.
Yeah.
They give us syphilis.
Who give us syphilis?
Like people's native to the Americas.
Ew.
Well, I mean, we give them smallpox, Megan.
Well, yeah, I know.
mean, like, what would you rather take, smallpox or syphilis? That's your either. Would you rather?
Would you rather?
That's your word.
Yeah, that's a would you rather in the comments. Smallpox.
Smallpox, like bad smallpox, and really, and it needs to be like bad syphilis, like really bad syphilis, like your dick's about to fall off syphilis. But smallpox needs to be the same, like you can go blind. Smallpox and whatnot.
But I'd rather go blind than my dick fall off.
You're gonna go blind from the syphilis anyway. I think you go a bit mad as well because you're bleeding lots.
With syphilis?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I'd rather go blind on smallpox than brain rot and dick fall off with syphilis.
I'm pretty sure.
Not that I have a dick. Or do I?
It makes your titties fall off. How does that sound? I don't know if it does make your titties fall off.
I don't know what it does.
I go. You know what? Some things are better left unknown. Maybe you don't want to know.
There's going to be someone in the comments who's going to give us a full rundown in syphilis.
You know what? I don't want to know about it, guys.
No, neither do I. But let us know, what would you rather?
Don't give me syphilis again! But yeah, I didn't really expect this video to turn into this. It's just because I saw it whenever I was browsing the other day. I was like, you know what? This is perfect. I couldn't pass up.
Couldn't not
do this one, you know. So like, I hope you guys enjoyed this one.
Sorry for my butchering.
Yeah.
Hope you kind of understood it.
I mean, I got what happened to the story.
I got the gist of it, like.
Yeah, I don't like a bit of the names were kind of out there, but you know, hey. But yeah, that's us. We're doing really well. We're close to getting monetized, so like, you know, if you're interested, like, you know, if you're still watching to the end, thank you very much.
Thank you very
Helps
much.
us out a lot.
If you have somebody who might enjoy this video or the last video, give them a share.
Oh yeah, definitely share it. I don't know where you could share this.
I don't know either.
Like, you know, do you know any of your mates that are getting cocked at the minute?
I don't know. Put it in the Cuck Reddit.
God. You know what? I'm kind of disappointed we never got an email from a cock. Not one of you guys watching our cocks.
Liars.
No,
Absolute liars.
You know what? I'm proud of you guys.
I am proud.
But
well
yeah, we will get a cock for an interview someday. I think it's meant. I really want to do. Like,
it's like
I would love to do like Lee style documentaries that
yeah.
were unironically. I just want to see weird people.
Yeah,
and like
it's like the best crossover of all time. Us interviewing a cock. I really want it. I want it so bad.
I think it'd be really funny. But look, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Let us know what you think. All that jazz. We don't have a sponsor yet for this channel, so like, But like, Nigeria.co.uk has got a 30% sale, so that's the thing. But anyway, see you guys later. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.